Hey guys, ready for another crazy video? We've got a whole bunch of wild stuff coming your way, so buckle up, let's roll. Alright, we're kicking off this video where else but in Russia. Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my life, but this one's just awesome. The management of this quarry decided to combine good old Soviet durability with advanced German engineering. And what do you get when you mix those two? An EKG front shovel loading a Volkswagen Jetta straight into a trailer. Yeah, you heard that right. His 5 cubic meter shovel fits perfectly in the CEO's trailer. This Jetta trailer. Anyway, this video just made my day. Okay, skid marks leading downhill, a truck sideways in the middle of the road. Yeah, that can only mean one thing. One thing, and that one thing is something we know all too well. Overloaded trucks on steep climbs, which brings us to Indonesia, more precisely Mount Sabut, located in the IKN region, or Ibu Kota Nusantara, the country's brand new capital, currently under construction on the island of Borneo in East Kalimantan. It's a massive infrastructure zone with non-stop construction, heavy machinery, and crazy terrain. No wonder we keep seeing videos like this coming out of there. Okay, it's pretty clear the truck shut down and started rolling backward from the weight. And that load just happens to be a Komatsu GD 825A motor grader, a 26-ton heavy machine, which is a cool machine, by the way, and one of my personal favorites. I actually operate one just like it back at our mine. Since the towing cable snapped, it became pretty obvious they weren't going to pull it out that way. So they decided to unload the grader from the lowboy and try to recover the truck without it. So let's see if that plan actually works. And they finally made it. Hey, stick with us till the end of the video. There's more stuff like this coming up. Alright, what do we have here? Looks like this 22-wheeler smashed through the concrete barrier, most likely due to excessive speed. He probably didn't have enough time to react when he hit that slight curve. And the result is just devastating. The entire load scattered all over the ground. The truck and trailer completely wrecked, all because of one careless moment. Looks like he was hauling some kind of aluminum scrap. Anyway, let's see how the recovery goes. If anyone knows what those 3 antennas on the front bumper are for, drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. Kinda looks like fishing rods to me. And what's up with that oversized front bumper? Anyway, if they remove the shattered windshield, I think this thing could probably drive itself to the workshop, assuming the engine's not damaged, of course. Alright, the excavator helped him get back up to the road. But now, let's see. Moment of truth. Just incredible. Lucky bastard. Probably has no idea how much he just saved on a tow bill. Looks like he might actually make it to the workshop on his own after all. Moving on to Germany, to the port of Rostock. A brand new Liebherr HLC 295,000 heavy lift crane was installed on the Orion 1 ship for a load test. May 2nd, 2020 will forever be remembered as the day of a disaster of epic proportions. A day the workers at this port and on that ship will never forget. It all happened during the crane's load test. The goal was to lift 5,000 tons, but the hook failed at around 2,500. The ship had been precisely ballasted to counter that massive weight. And when the hook gave out, the sudden imbalance caused the crane boom to whip back violently. The vessel listed, the boom swung over center and collapsed across the deck. This was a brand new Liebherr HLC 295,000 crane, freshly installed on the Orion 1 ship. The test was supposed to be its final step before heading out to sea. Luckily, no one was killed and injuries were minor, but the financial damage was massive, estimated between 50 and 100 million euros. After salvage operations coordinated with Sarins and local authorities, the damaged crane boom and A-frame were carefully dismantled and rebuilt right there on site. Full structural repairs were later completed at Liebherr's own facility in Rostock. By April 2022, the heavy lift crane was fully reinstalled on the Orion 1. A final load test was conducted in March that same year, and this time everything went smoothly. No failures, no surprises. The crane was officially back in action, fully restored and ready for service. All right, here's a situation I'll never really understand. Why on earth did he even try to cross the tracks when it was obvious, like from a kilometer away, that the train was coming? I mean, sure, sometimes the view is blocked by trees or a curve, but not this time. The tracks are straight, and the train was clearly visible from a distance. What I also don't get is why he didn't just floor it and break through the crossing gate when he saw the train approaching. I mean, a broken gate costs maybe $300, but that truck, that's easily worth 200 grand. The driver walked away without injuries, but now he'll have to face the consequences. Endangering public safety, possibly losing his license, getting fired, and dealing with a totaled truck and damage to nearby property. These guys might always be in a rush to make deliveries, but sometimes you just gotta hit the brakes.
The tree, look at it.
This guy is stuck so deep you can't even see his front left wheel. Without help, there's no way he's getting out of this mess on his own, but let's see. Nope, next clip, please. And in the next clip, we've got a bulldozer stuck in pretty much the same situation as the truck from earlier. Another dozer shows up to help, so let's see how that goes. Based on what we're seeing, I don't think the recovery plan is going quite as expected. Looks like the second dozer just got stuck too. Well, that's pretty bad. And then a third dozer showed up. But judging by what he's seeing, he seriously doubts it's going to do much of anything. For a mess like this, it's going to take some serious recovery planning and coordination. Now, you're about to see what a logging job really looks like, and just how tough the conditions can get when you're doing it in the remote regions of Russia and deep Siberia. This truck nearly tipped over with a load that took days of hard work to gather. Life just wouldn't be fair if something like that happened, especially in cold like this. You never know when your vehicle's going to get stuck in the mud, sink into a giant pothole, or when water runs straight through the engine. I mean, your truck's got to be 100% ready for conditions like this. This is interesting. The Torkham border crossing between Pakistan and Afghanistan is a critical trade route, but it's also one of the most flood-prone areas during the monsoon season. Heavy rains often turn the roads into rivers, sweeping away goods, damaging trucks, and halting transport for days. Many truckers have lost entire loads, and even their vehicles, to these sudden and powerful floods. But, in this particular instance, despite the rising waters and intense current, Afghan drivers showed incredible skill and determination. They carefully navigated their trucks through the floodwaters, managing to keep control and avoid disaster. It was a rare success story in a place where the odds are often against you. Their quick thinking and experience likely saved thousands of dollars in cargo, not to mention the trucks themselves. Interestingly, they all seem to be driving Mercedes trucks, and from what I can tell, this appears to be a riverbed, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, this is truly amazing. Hats off to these brave men who risk their lives every single day and put their trucks on the line. And now, something completely different. One of my favorite games, the good old Tug-of-war. Our opponents couldn't be more different. A Russian Ural military truck versus an Italian New Holland tractor. A construction and military beast going head-to-head with a farm machine. Let's see if this battle is even fair. Watch how the downhill slope forces them to slide together. An amazing sight to see. We'd say the battle ended in a draw. While I was filming haul trucks dumping into the crusher, I noticed something unusual inside the crusher, but only after reviewing the footage. It's a strange sight if you look closely. Take a good look and drop a comment, and let me know what it reminds you of. Let's see what it's all about. It looks like something wrapped in a blanket or some kind of sheet or something. Anyway, since we're already here, let's take a look at how the ore crushing process actually works. Interesting sight. And this is what the crusher looks like when it's all cleaned up. Oops, no idea how that ended up there. If someone had been standing there at that moment, it wouldn't have ended well. And the entire ore crushing process continues 5 floors down through a series of conveyors. You can check out the full crushing process by clicking the link in the description or the one in the top right corner of the screen. We're slowly reaching the end of our journey. And of course, we had to wrap it up with a bit of bad luck, right at the end of the shift. The inner right tire on the grader got punctured, and the mechanics told me to drive it to the workshop anyway, saying the tire should hold. Well, turns out they were wrong. So here's what it looked like. I had to drive the grader in reverse, almost all the way from the bottom of the pit, to take the pressure off the damaged side. I gotta say, the ride was smooth and comfy. The tire basically turned into chewing gum. And here's what it looked like after 40 minutes of driving in reverse, hot and completely deformed. Well guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps support what we do. Until next time, take care.